Julie Leese of Fit Organics joins me next. I already know this, but I sure do have a hard time doing it on a regular basis. I know I have to eat more healthy. I know what's good for me, but I don't always follow it. So I think I need a wake-up call from someone whose goal it is to change the way we think about eating to help me make good choices. Julie Leese is from Fit Organics with an X, fitorganics.com, and she joins me now. Okay, Julie, I have to ask you. So when we invited you on the show, I kind of wasn't sure how to approach it because this is a show about eating and drinking. And yet Fit Organics is certainly about eating and drinking, but you're really trying to teach us how to control some of that, right?
Right.
I mean, which is completely essential and necessary. I get it.
Yeah.
And believe me, I've only been hosting the show now for 4 weeks and it's already showing even more than it was before. So I think it's really time to talk about how we can enjoy the eating and drinking part of our lives, indulge, but your whole mantra is that really, 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 even though we've heard this before, we can do it in a healthy way that still tastes good.
Absolutely. So let me say that when there's food on the topic, there's food on the table. So we've all had food shows and things we're getting ready for, and everything is about food. So I understand that, when you're working with food, you tend to gravitate towards food.
Yeah.
Believe me, I totally get that. But yeah, we have to think of food as something to be enjoyed, absolutely. But we also have to remember, and before I go on, I want to say that eating shouldn't be about feeling bad. We really shouldn't be feeling bad about what we're putting in our bodies, and instead focus on feeling good about what we're putting in our bodies. And with clean eating, your house isn't always clean and your diet won't always be clean. But for the most part, you want to make sure that as you're having fun putting stuff in your body, you're remembering to respect your body and to respect, everything about the food that you're eating.
Okay, so you said a lot there. And one of the things you said was clean eating. Tell me what clean eating is. This is a trend term that has been thrown around for a little while, but define that for me.
So clean eating to me is, again, not feeling bad about what you're putting in your body and not having negative associations with foods, because we all do. And I think it's really too bad. And we have to start learning how to accept food as something that's positive in our lives. And clean eating is eating food that is in its most natural form as often as possible. And knowing that when you eat that way, you're going to feel better and think more clearly and look better. And like I said with the house analogy, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're always going to eat that way and that, buttercream will never pass your lips again or whatever, whatever your vice is. It just means that the better you can eat what's from the ground or tree, the better you're going to feel.
In its natural form. So
exactly.
I'm going to eat an apple and I'm not going to have dried apple slices coated in sugar.
Exactly.
If you're going to give your kid a snack, give him or her an apple.
Sure.
And
exactly. And clean eating is about having fun with that. So, you could you could slice up the apples and you could have them dipped in almond butter. That's all natural, no sugar added, no salt added, almond butter, right? Like there's a lot you can do with your natural food and a lot of combinations of things you can do to make that clean eating a lot of fun and very delicious and tempting as any of the processed foods that are out there.
So I'm on the go. I'm busy. I'm stressed for time. I have 5 superfoods that I need to know. Tell me what those are, Julie.
Ooh,
when I'm really just wanting to fill my brain with food knowledge, what are the 5 or 6 or 7 or whatever you want to tell me, those superfoods that should be part of everybody's diet?
Okay, number 1, in no particular order, salmon. Number 2, kale. Number 3, let me retract that. Number 1, salmon. Number 2, green vegetables.
Yes.
Number 3, almonds. Number 4, I would say sweet potatoes. And number 5, blueberries.
Okay. I'm on the go. I'm always looking for something to snack on, or I'm looking for something to fill that gap. What do you do? Instead of running for the donut, what do you do?
I pre-pack lots of snacks in my car, in my bag, everywhere, all the time. There's lots of snacks. So dried blueberries and dried cherries, make sure they're unsulfured, unsweetened. Any of the nuts, so long as you're not allergic to those. Fruit lasts a lot of it for over a week. So, stockpile bits of fruit in your car. The dried lasts for, a month.
And when I'm going out to a restaurant, am I look, forget me, because I'll indulge. I know I will. I am answering my own question.
So will I.
Will you? That's the question I want to ask a bit of a fitness guru like you. So you eat healthy. That's your business. That's your life. That's what you do.
Yeah.
When you go to a restaurant, how do you stay true to that? Or do you ever just give in?
Absolutely. So I give in and I never feel bad. And people are always shocked or surprised. Oh, you're eating that? I get that a lot. And I think the important thing, like I said, is to not feel bad about it, but make it the majority of the time that we're eating those clean, unprocessed foods, and the minority of the time to eat whatever it is that we're craving, if we're craving it, or even if it's just there and we want to participate, we want to enjoy. When I'm out, I definitely indulge, but there's a lot of places that can feel like you're indulging when you're not really indulging at all. A lot of eateries that I go to, the food feels luxurious. It feels different because I haven't made it, but it still practices those principles that I practice, that I hold dear.
And the other thing that I like about your approach is that it's not about dieting. It's not about being a fitness buff necessarily. Of course, though, exercise is a very important part of, looking and feeling good.
Right.
You're really just reminding everybody that it's about knowledge, and knowledge is power. And the more knowledge you have about the food you eat, the better you really are going to feel.
Exactly.
So it's a message for everyone.
Exactly. And it's just that universal message that the more natural the food, the better we're going to feel, because the less reactive our systems are going to be for it. And when you're eating whole, pure food, you really don't have to think necessarily about how much you're eating, because that food is higher in nutrient value and you feel better having eaten it.
Now, you even have a company that delivers this food to people's homes to help them out if they're too busy or too unsure of how to make it themselves. Tell me quickly what Fit Organics is all about.
So Fit Organics is a local and organically sourced meal delivery company. We serve breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. And the idea is that you eat what comes in the bag and you don't eat what's not in the bag. Now, we do deliveries Monday to Friday because I do stress the importance of balance in people's lives. I challenge people to eat what they like on the weekend within reason. Mm-hmm. They can try and stick right true to the Fit Organics diet, or they can go a little off the beaten and have some brunch or have a steak or have something like that they enjoy with their friends and family.
Yeah, because I was going to actually mention earlier when you said, it's about eating and not feeling bad about what you eat. Well, what if I don't feel bad about eating 2 brownies? Then what do you say to someone like me? I might feel bad trying to get into my jeans the next day, but what if I don't feel bad? Like, what kind of message do you have for the people who really just aren't even into thinking about a healthier lifestyle?
Right. For the people that haven't thought about a healthier lifestyle, I would say give it a try. Even for 2 weeks. Stop yourself from feeling bad about getting into your jeans and think, you know what, I could change this easily if I just practice 2 of these principles per day or 3 of these principles per week. Give it a shot. You're going to notice that it's a cumulative effect. You're going to notice the difference. And who knows, we might convert you yet.
Baby steps, baby steps. That's another really good point, right? Don't try to do it all in 1 day or 1 week or 1 month. Baby steps.
Exactly.
Knowledge is power. Julie Leaf, thank you so much from Fit Organics. You can check out her website, fitorganics.com.
That's right.
Thanks, Julie. This is Cravings on Talk Radio AM 640. Well, thank